Hi, my name is Clint and welcome to another episode of the Clint's channel. Today we will be talking about social listening and sentiment analysis using our social listening tool Brandwatch. I'm sure that you guys are very excited, right? So before we proceed, let's roll the intro. Come on. And let's proceed, guys. Today we'll proceed with our today's episode about social listening and sentiment analysis. So today, let's pick a brand, and for today's brand, it's gonna be Real Canadian Superstore, which is a chain of supermarkets owned by Canadian food retailing giant Loblaw Companies. So the store carries a variety of goods like groceries, electronics, housewares, and clothing. They are also known mainly from Loblaw's private labels such as President's Choice, No Name, or Joe Fresh. Now let's talk about the purpose of the walkthrough. Using Brandwatch, we will be able to gather valuable insights from online conversations, understand brand perception, audience sentiment, and competitive landscape, as well as make data-driven decision-making in marketing strategies and brand management. Now let's dive into Brandwatch analysis, where we will be talking about the overall customer sentiment about our brand, which is the Real Canadian Superstore. Now, as what we can see on the screen, we have the sentiment over time as well as the sentiment breakdown of our brand for the past 30 days. Now, what this means to us, how can we use this information to maximize our brand? Now, by the looks of it, we have 64% customers rated neutral, 5% rated positive, and 30% rated negative. Now let's dive in further. What's the reason behind these sentiments? Looking at our negative sentiment, it reaches its peak on the 20th of March, where it shows 19 negative sentiments. And if we're going to check Twitter, it shows that a lot of customers were talking about the paper bags that you can buy at the superstore that were donated to local charities, as well as a dramatic chicken thigh price hike. Looking at neutral sentiment, it reaches its peak on the 21st of March that shows that a lot of the customers tweeted about a dramatic chicken thigh price hike at Loblaw owned superstore, which worries Canadians, and of course it worries us as well. Now looking at the positive sentiments that we have, there are actually two. First was on the 29th of February, and the next one was on the 4th of March. Now looking at these two positive sentiments where it reaches its peak on the same dates, it's actually all about a proceed that's going to the President's Choice Children Charity because of the jersey contest that's they're actually doing. Going back to our brand analysis, let's answer this question. What is the overall customer sentiment about your company or brand, and how can the brand use this information to make insightful marketing decisions? Which is really a good question because as you can see on the screen that mostly customers are just like neutral with a Real Canadian Superstore. And this information is very valuable where Real Canadian Superstore can use the information to tailor fit its marketing strategies to address the areas of concerns as well as to generate revenue through these sentiments and enhance the overall brand perception. Now let's talk about the top trending post and mention about our company or brand. Now let's answer the question, what are the top trending posts and mention about your company or brand in the last 4 weeks, and why is it important to pay attention to these trends? Now, as you can see on the screen, we do have our top hashtags here, which shows hashtag Canadians, hashtag Superstore, and a lot more, which routed us to Twitter that a lot of mentions or posts that shows about a dramatic chicken thigh price hike. Now, why is this important? We monitor these trends and mentions about Real Canadian Superstore because it allows the brand to stay informed about current customer conversation and emerging topics of interest. And also, by paying attention to these trends, the brand can promptly respond to the customer feedback as well as address potential issues that will also help them to capitalize on opportunities and engage with the customers effectively. Let's talk about social media channels and answer the question, which social media channel are the most effective for your company or brand and why? So, as what we can see on the screen through BrandWatch, that are top sites shown here. We have Twitter and a lot of websites as well. But the most effective social media channel for the Real Canadian Superstore is Twitter. And this platform is very important because it provides direct and immediate means of communication with customers, facilitating real-time engagement as well as customer service. And they can also use the platforms for special offers or events. And moreover, Twitter widespread usage and active user base will make it ideal platform for reaching and interacting with a brand's target audience effectively. So for my summary, key takeaway and recommendation, the Real Canadian Superstore shows predominantly neutral brand sentiment and a balanced mix of positive and negative sentiments. Furthermore, Twitter is a great platform as it was preferred by many people, which Real Canadian Superstore can use for customer engagement. There was a recent spike in tweets regarding the recent Thai price hike. My recommendation to the Real Canadian Superstore is to address the issue promptly by looking into a cost-effective yet quality suppliers of the chicken thigh. Moreover, engage on Twitter or X to acknowledge the customer concerns, provide explanation, and offer solutions that can mitigate the negative sentiments and maintain the customer satisfaction.